Sit down, Hayes.
On your left?
You'll be all right, buddy.
Not on my lap. Do you want to jump my seat?
All right, y'all. Thank you for coming. Today we're here to hear a civil matter between the Six Star Tuner Shop and defendant Harry Brown. Before I begin with the reading of the statement of claim, I'd like to ensure we have everyone available who is party to this matter. I know we have Mr. Brown. I see Miss Mushkin. I see Mr. Marshall, counsel for both sides. In terms of witnesses,
Your Honor, Shane Powers is on his way.
okay. Do we have a Wyatt Mersion here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, and Jasper Johns.
Here.
Hey, what's up, dudes? Shit. Oh, sorry.
I'm yelling.
Hey,
All
Tony.
right, so we were just missing Shane, and counsel for the plaintiff has.
Let's go, worry, ha, worry, let's go, worry, ha, worry, let's go, worry, ha, worry.
One of
Y'all
your first
break.
witnesses,
Thank you for the
can we
half a year,
proceed?
baby.
And likely he will be here in time for his allotted testimony.
We can proceed.
Understood.
Might just turn the music off so you guys can hear everything, man.
All right. So, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Judge Alan Crane. To my left is Judge Arthur McNee. I will be presiding over this case. The statement of claim is as follows, filed by Jim Hayes on behalf of the Six Star Tuner Shop, represented by Mary Mushkin and Eddie Marshall. First noticed on the 10th of November 2021, Mr. Harry Brown is in breach of the sale and right of first refusal agreement, numbered 1021, between himself and the Six Star Tuner Shop. Plaintiff alleges that the defendant violated the agreement per Article 2, sale of first refusal 2, as he either sold or gave, donation inter vivos, the vehicle to a third party without giving the plaintiff the option to exercise the right of first refusal. As per Article 2, sale of first refusal, Item 4, the plaintiff is exercising his right to seek and obtain relief in the form as follows. Plaintiff seeks the immediate return of the vehicle, the Nissan R32 GTR. There's a VIN specified here. I'm not going to read it out. Valued as per agreement at $1,322,500 MSRP before taxes, as well as a rate of $50 per G&E and as per the contract. Plaintiff also alleges monetary compensation as stated in Addendum B, which is 50% of the MSRP before taxes, which is $661,250. And finally, monetary compensation as stated in Addendum B, additional 1 to 99% of MSRP before taxes, depending on the vehicle strike. Now, there's been a number of items entered into evidence here. Per the motions prior to this scheduled date, I have allowed all evidence that was entered onto the court docket to be considered. I will hear arguments during this case as to how I should weigh it, the strength of it, etc. All witnesses motioned for on the docket have been approved, and outside of Shane, we have everyone here, so we will proceed.
Crane,
Go ahead.
I would like to make a pretrial motion to suppress plaintiff's H, as it has no relevance to the contract dispute today.
Rebuttal.
It is due to the fact that, let me see the plaintiff's letter. The signatures digital addendum plaintiff C to show that it is not common practice that there is a signature delayed.
Your Honor, whether or not it is common practice for a signature delay from the tuner shop, again, has no relevance to this case. Additionally, we cannot tell what contract this actually is from.
Don't worry, Your Honor. You can withdraw that motion to head. We will do
Understood.
without it.
Okay.
I got a little bit more. I'd like to motion to dismiss Shane
If Lang does
Powers,
anything to
as
throw
he
your
has no
case
apparent relevance
during
to
this, I'll
case.
gift 100 subs.
No, I'm going to hear the witnesses as they were called as stated. I believe
damn
that
it.
in good faith, the parties have called witnesses they believe relative strength to their case. I'm going to hear them out. If during testimony you find that nothing being offered is relevant, you may renew your motion. But I'm not going to dismiss wholesale prior to actually hearing the cases being presented.
Understood,
This is
Your
a
Honor.
civil matter. The burden of proof is a preponderance of the evidence, and I will take in literally as much evidence as I can to come to a decision, as this is an extremely serious matter with very high financial stakes for both sides. So your second motion is denied. The first one was granted as the motion to admit the evidence. People's H or Plaintiff's H was withdrawn. So hearing nothing else, we will proceed. Plaintiff, I will go ahead and hear opening statements as your perspective on this case.
Here we go,
May
chat.
it please the court, Your Honors, counsel, and ladies and gentlemen. This is a simple matter. Today we're discussing a breach of contract, a valid sale and right of first refusal agreement entered by the plaintiff and the defendant alike. The defendant's counsel will try to show that Mr. Brown did everything necessary to not violate the terms he agreed to, when in fact he sent a vague and inconclusive message with incomplete content to the wrong person. Don't get me wrong, we all appreciate when siblings get along well and help each other out of sticky situations.
Oh, Jesus.
But word likely means nothing more than probably or presumably, and is far from the meaning definite or final. In the end, both parties agreed on a contract that has an offer, acceptance, a legal object, and consideration. An agreement that has been broken by the defendant. Thank you.
That is a Pogo intro. Holy shit. Cheers for the sub, bro.
Your Honor, people of the court, we're here today because a six-star tuner shop alleges many wrongdoings on the part of Harry Brown in the sale of an R32 he had purchased from them over a month prior. However, all wrongdoings are going to shown to be clearly on the part of the tuner shop, as Harry Brown fulfilled every aspect that was laid out for the requirements in the contract. That's it.
Nice one.
Wow.
Nice. Short and
Yeah,
sweet.
I mean,
Good shit.
All right.
Like it.
We'll go ahead
like
and
super performative
proceed with
openings.
the plaintiff's case.
I was trying to think if I wanted to add anything.
Plaintiff,
but no, fuck
you
it.
can call your first witness.
So all they basically said
I
was
saw
they did
Shane
bad.
Powers is here, so I'd like to call Shane Powers to the stand. Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Powers, make your way to the
All
witness
right, we're
box,
gonna
please.
badger the hell out of him. With objections. pepper 'em.
G'day.
Mr. Powers, do you affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth,
Should be a
and
good
nothing
case,
but
chat.
it, under the penalty of perjury, so help you Mitch?
Yes, sir.
All right, take a seat. Mr. Hayes, your witness.
Hey, Shano, thanks for being here. How are you today?
All good, mate. Doing good.
Please state your name and your profession for the court.
Shane Powers, owner of Hayes Auto Body Shop and the Overboost Drift School.
Have you bought a vehicle from the tuner shop?
Yes, a Hellion.
I get where he's going with
Objection
this.
relevance?
So, Jim, any rebuttal?
Yes. As we are talking about a contract that can be easily misunderstood the way it's supposed to be handled, I brought Shane Powers here to show a customer of the tuner shop on how his experience was to tell to the court.
May I rebut, Your Honor?
Mm-hmm.
The experiences of Shane Powers has no bearing on the experiences of Harry Brown and his purchase and understanding of the tuner shop contract.
Nice
Well,
one, Selvig. What's up, bro?
A person's subjective understanding is certainly not what controls when it comes to interpreting a contract. If you are going to make claims in your defense regarding the nature of the contract, the understanding of how it's phrased, I will admit evidence on the other side that shows, let's say,
That's okay.
another
Yeah,
side of that
that's
coin.
fine.
So I'm
We
gonna
gotta shoot our shot.
overrule your objection and deny your motion to suppress this witness at this time. I will hear his evidence, but trust me on this, Counselor Nielsen. When it comes to interpreting contract, the subjective understanding or the subjective opinions of various witnesses, either that be Shane Powers, your client, or any other customer of the tuner shop, will give way mightily to the language therein.
Understood, Your Honor.
All right, proceed, Mr. Hayes.
What was the name of the salesperson?
Tommy Cruiser.
I should have done
Were you instructed on how the sale and right of first refusal agreement is written and in details?
Yes.
Do you understand the contents of the agreement?
Objection. Vague?
I can rephrase.
Go ahead.
To the best of your knowledge, did you understand the
speculation.
contents
To
of
the
the
best of your
agreement?
knowledge.
Yes.
Let it go.
No, I know.
Do you know what a right of first refusal is?
Yes.
If you wanted to sell your car within the first 6 months, do you know what you have to do according to the agreement?
Yes. I would have to talk to Tommy about that. Give Tommy the option to buy it off me first before I sold it to anyone else.
Don't worry. I'll
Okay.
rebut. I'll redirect.
Before you received a Hellion from the tuner shop, did you intend to buy said vehicle?
Yes.
To the best of your knowledge, do you believe the tuner shop intended to sell you that vehicle?
Yes.
Did you receive a Hellion from the tuner shop?
Yes, that's right.
Did you pay for said vehicle?
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Thank you for being here. That's all the questions I
Oh.
have.
Okay.
Did you
All
pay
right,
for the
your
vehicle?
witness, Counselor Nielsen and Adams.
You want me to take this?
You want to go or you want me?
Sorry.
Thank you,
Okay.
Mr. Powers. I just have a couple of questions for you. During your testimony, you stated that if you were to exercise the right of first refusal, you needed to contact Mr. Tommy Cruiser. Is that written directly in the contract?
These guys are great. Oh.
I'd have to check. The only reason I would speak to Tommy is because that's who sold me the vehicle.
Yeah, how was that portion of information communicated to you then? Was that communicated by the tuner shop?
I don't think directly,
Oh.
but in any case, if I was to sell the vehicle, he would be the person that I would contact because he was the one that sold me the car.
Is that based on your own personal interpretation of the sale?
Yeah, say yes.
To speak to Tommy, yeah.
Understood. I'll defer to my co-counsel if he has any further questions.
No further questions, Your Honor. Yeah, I mean, pretty straightforward.
Mr. Hayes, anything further on redirect?
No, Your Honor.
Huge.
Mr. Powers, thank you kindly for being here, sir. We appreciate your testimony. You can step down. If you'd like to view in the gallery, you may remain.
Cheers. Thanks, mate.
All right, plaintiff, call your next witness.
Your Honor, would like to call Eddie Marshall to the stand.
Oh, here we
Mr.
go.
Marshall, make your way up. Thank you.
Oh, here comes Big Eddie. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes.
Mr. Marshall, do you affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but it, under penalty of perjury? So help you, Nikita.
Yeah, I do.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Hayes, your witness.
I want me motor.
Hey, Eddie, please state your name and your profession for the court.
My name is Eddie Marshall. I tune up motors, preparing for sale, and I'm the owner of the tuner shop, 6-star tuner shop.
You already touched on that, but let me ask, what are your duties and your responsibilities within the tuner shop?
Well, like I said, I tune them up, work on body kits. I go overseas, look for some motors that we might be able to get from like Japan, maybe get an Evo or something, right, and drive kind of unique. And then, I'm preparing for sale. We've got a big sales team. We've got Mary Mushkin, our head of sales. And then, we sell them on.
Objection narrative? He did not ask about what other people in the company do.
Yeah, I'll strike the last part regarding the sales team, Mary Muskin being head of sales. If you'd like to ask another question regarding
I
that
will.
information.
Yeah, that will come. It's okay.
Adam's just trying to make him throw him, mate. Like,
Could you elaborate on the
Throw 'em off
prepare
course.
for sale part of your duties?
So let's say I get a motor in from Japan. I would tune it up a certain way. So, it might be good to race on the racetrack. Or, just good as a show car or whatever. And then I'll prepare it for sale pretty much. Make sure it's good for the road.
Okay. Are you able to fulfill all those duties while in Los Santos?
No. Sometimes I've got to go.
Objection relevance?
I think, given the evidence that you've submitted, Counselor Nielsen, I think we both understand why it's relevant. As I've said to you before, I will hear evidence in this case, as this is a civil matter based on a preponderant, and all of these things may or may not factor, into my opinion, in differing weights. But I will not engage in a series of suppressions. I will weigh things accordingly. So, overruled.
What was the question again?
Are you able to fulfill those duties while in Los Santos?
No. Because sometimes if I need to get certain motors, I need to go and talk to certain people. Let's say I go to Japan, might go over to London, talk to some of my contacts back there, see what motors they might have or any people they might know. Because a lot of these vehicles are quite unique. So I gotta go all over the world to find them and prep them.
That's I have a way.
What have you been doing the past 2 months?
Well, I've been back in London, talking to some of my acquaintances there, finding some new motors to restock the shop with. Also
if
been
there's
over to
anything,
Japan,
to support
been
that.
in Mexico and all. And they got a good car scene down there, some quite unique motors. That'd be good for sale.
When was the last time you flew into Los Santos besides today?
Probably over a month ago. Month and a half, something like that.
That kind of works in my favor.
Who is in charge of the finances of the tuner shop?
That would be our Chief Financial Officer, Alan Weidman.
Who is in charge of general day-to-day business in the tuner shop?
That would be our Chief of Operations, Tommy Cruiser.
Who is in charge of vehicle sales?
That would be our Head of Sales, Mary Mushkin.
You as the owner, why are you not in charge of those responsibilities?
Because I'm not here a lot of the time, so I like to delegate my responsibilities to people I trust and other people in my company. I can't deal with absolutely everything that comes my way with a tuner shop.
Okay, that's all I have for you. Thank you.
It doesn't say that in the contract of who
All
you
right,
have the contact though.
Counselors,
So
Adams and Nielsen, any questions for Mr.
when it
Marshall?
says contact the tuner shop, I think of the
Great
owner
toast. I'd
personally.
appreciate you stop with the witchcraft. Thank you.
One moment, Your Honor.
I just hope the lawyers bring all this up, but
All right. Eddie, as part of your duties working at the tuner shop, do you have any say in the, or any say or hand in the sales of vehicles?
Yes, I do.
Could you give an example of that say?
Well, we have a number of people on the sales team, and I'll be one of 4 individuals that get a say in who gets what vehicles.
So you are one of the deciding factors for whether someone can purchase a vehicle from your shop or not, correct?
Yes.
Do you voice this say in every sale from cars from the tuner shop?
Yes.
Did you have this say in the sale of the R32 to Harry Brown?
Yes.
Nice.
I
I
would
did sell
defer to
him the
my
motor.
co-counsel. I would like that stricken from the record, Your Honor. That had nothing to do with the question I asked.
Yeah, that's non-response civil striking. Go ahead, Adams.
Mr. Marshall, just 3 additional questions for clarification. You said you are the owner of the Six Star Tuner Shop, correct?
That's correct.
When a vehicle is in the possession of the Six Star Tuner Shop, do you consider yourself the owner of that vehicle?
Not necessarily, no.
Could you elaborate on that a little bit further for me?
So we don't pay for the vehicle until we sell it. So if we don't sell that stock, we provide it, we give it back to the manufacturer or the whatever importer gave it to us.
So you act as a facilitator for the sale from the manufacturer to the individual purchasing the vehicle, then, correct?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Understood. When you enter into a sales agreement with an individual such as Mr. Brown,
Oh,
would that exchange be coming through the manufacturer or would it be coming through the Six Star Tuner Shop?
damn.
It comes through the 6-star tuner shop.
I have no further questions.
Mr. Hayes.
I have one.
Who keeps popping their mouth? Is that their lawyer? Keep going.
So, Marshall, did you sell the R32 to Harry Brown?
No.
Thank you, that's all.
All right, Mr. Marshall, you may step down. Thank you for your testimony kindly.
We will be liking to recall Eddie Marshall later.
Understood. So marked, Mr. Marshall. Please stick around.
Nice. This is gonna be mental.
Mr.
What?
Hayes, I said just make sure you stick around. Not that
Who keeps popping their mouth?
Your
I've
Honor
been
would like
marked
to...
as a witness for the defense, Mr. Marshall. So you will be called back up to the stand when it's there.
It's like someone's queefing.
Yeah, that's not now, right? It's later.
No, a little bit later. Yes, sir.
Well, I saw it.
Yo, Dark
All right,
Overseer, thank
go
you for that
ahead,
raid,
Mr.
bro.
Hayes.
Thank
I would
you.
like to call Mary Mushkin to the stand.
Thank you, Dark Over. Bro, I'm gonna lose this case and slap this guy.
All right. While I appreciate the sentiment from the 2 of y'all, I believe that was Mr. Cruiser and Mr. Vaca.
Thank you, Doc,
I
for the
will
raid,
say
man.
that please do not take it upon yourselves to speak out like that. However, I am in agreement with the sentiment. If anyone here is going to cause distractions like that, I will give you contempt and have you thrown out of here. So please refrain.
Sorry about that, Your Honor. Popping your fucking lips.
Whoever the fuck is popping your fucking lips, shut the fuck up, you inconsiderate prick, and fuck off.
Shut the fuck up, dumbass.
Yes, I echo their sentiments.
Sorry
about that,
Your Honor. But
yeah,
have
bro.
a condition.
Contain yourself. Holy fuck.
All right.
Yeah, seal it like
Miss
a fucking
Mushkin.
container, idiot.
Do
Yes,
you
Your
affirm
Honor.
the testimony
Holy
you're about to give
shit.
before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but it, under the penalty of perjury? So help you, Jonathan.
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
All right, Mr. Hayes, your witness.
Hey, Mary, please state your name and your profession for the court.
My name is Mary Mushkin. I'm the head of sales at the Six Star Tuner Shop.
What are your duties and responsibilities within the tuner shop?
I handle all sales and sales agreements that we make, and I am in charge of the sales team and any products that we sell through the tuner shop as well.
When it comes to vehicle sales, do you have anyone you are reporting to?
As far as the sales themselves go, I'm in charge of them all. I don't answer to anyone on those. However, when it comes to approving who gets what vehicle, I do answer to Eddie and Tommy about that.
Let us talk about the sell and the right of first refusal agreement
That
as
seems
in
very
play dates
contradictory.
A. When selling a vehicle to a customer, are you explaining the contents of the agreement to the customer?
Yes.
Did you inform Mr. Brown what a right of first refusal entails?
Yes.
Did you inform Mr. Brown that to contact you if he chooses to sell the vehicle within the 2nd and the 6th month after his purchase?
Yes.
To the best of your knowledge, is any object within the agreement illegal?
Sorry, could you repeat the question?
To the best of your knowledge, is any object within the agreement illegal?
She
What
didn't,
do
by
you
the
mean by
way, and
object?
this isn't in the contract.
Okay, let me phrase it differently. With objects, I mean, I'm talking about the terms, the offer, and consideration of the agreement. In simpler words, the exchange of a vehicle for money in G&E.
Oh, no.
I can't believe they're
nothing's
talking
legal as
about
far as that's
G&E
concerned.
in a court case.
All right, so,
It's
okay,
blowing.
hold on. I'm gonna
I'm
pause.
stun locked.
There's a misunderstanding here. Mr. Hayes is basically asking you, to your knowledge, is the agreement binding? And I'm just gonna strike that question. In terms of whether the agreement is binding, her knowledge of that or her opinion of that as a layperson is not really relevant. The only
I was
opinion
just
on
about
that
to
that's
object
relevant
that.
here is mine. So I'll
Honestly,
hear evidence
I was
regarding
just thinking I should probably
terms,
stop objecting
terms that were
so much,
executed,
but
how things are written,
I'm
how
afraid that's
things
what
are
I would have done.
displayed, what y'all want to have witnesses say about those terms. But no offense to Ms. Mushkin, in her professional capacity, her opinion about the nature of contract law is not an issue.
Adam, she's lying, by the way.
So
Just
we'll
hope you
move on
know.
past
Yeah,
that
I know,
question.
I know.
I will address that in the end. Did you influence or even threaten Mr. Brown into buying a vehicle from the tuner shop?
No.
She didn't
Did
influence
Mr.
him into
Brown
buying
ask
it?
to be considered to be able to buy a Nissan Skyline R32?
Yes.
To the best of your
Should I object to
knowledge, did
relevance?
Mr. Brown intend to buy said vehicle?
We're
Yeah.
disputing he bought it.
Yo,
Did you
P
intend to sell
money,
Mr. Brown
beast.
the R32?
Sub man.
Yes.
Did you sell a Nissan Skyline R32 to Mr. Brown?
All right.
Yes.
Did Mr. Brown receive an R32?
Yes.
Did the tuner shop receive payment for said vehicle?
Yes, they did.
Did Mr. Brown inform you that he wants to sell his R32?
No.
That's okay. We didn't, you know.
Did you sell a vehicle to Wide Merchant?
Oh.
Objection relevance.
Oh. What's going on here?
Again, this entire proceeding is with regards to a sale between the Six Star Tuner Shop and Harry Brown. The sales to any other individual, including Mr. Mergen, as Counselor Hayes is mentioning here, is irrelevant to the matter before this court today.
Mr. Hayes.
Well, I will withdraw, but with that being said, he will hear the same objection when Mr. Mergen is on the stand.
Objection, speculation, and I want that stricken from the record. Counselor Hayes does not know the line of questioning we have for Mr. Mergen, and that's an unfair speculation on this matter.
Yeah.
So he's not testifying. He's rebutting to an objection. So him speculating or not is not something you're able to object to. In terms of his statement that he will then reserve the right in kind to object to any testimony of Mr. Mergen's, as you are stating that any vehicle sale to another individual other than Mr. Brown is irrelevant, is noted by this court.
Thank you, Your Honor.
This is crazy. This judge is on point, though, dude. He's so intelligent, man.
I have no further question for Mayor Mushkin. Thank you, Mayor.
All right.
So
Councilors
smart,
Adams and
dude.
Nielsen. Any questions for Ms. Mushkin?
Go for it with the questions I have.
With the question, I mean, you wrote him. You ask him. Go, fucker.
Good afternoon, Ms. Mushkin. I just have a few questions with regards to the sales contract that was mentioned by Counselor Hayes. Are you the author of this contract?
No, I'm not.
Who wrote the contract?
Hazen.
Are you familiar with the terms and conditions that are laid out in the contract?
Yeah, of course I am.
Objection. I'm objecting to the same thing. As a layperson, her input on that matter is irrelevant.
Your Honor, she is not being asked what her interpretation of it is. She is merely being asked if she is familiar with the contents of said contract.
All right, overruled. Go ahead.
Hey, Counselor Hayes mentioned that the contract notes an exchange of money and G&E. Can you please advise the price of the R32 in question?
Off the top of my head, I believe it was 1,150,000 for the car, and then 3450 Guinea, I think.
All right, so pause. Ma'am, since we are in an open hearing here and you are being asked a question regarding evidence that has been supplied before this court, I will ask Mr. Adams to reference any exhibits he would like you to when asking questions.
Oh, okay.
Understood, Your Honor. I will rephrase. Ms. Mushkin, are you able to pull up the plaintiff's A, the contract addendum and right of first refusal?
Yeah, of course. Give me one moment.
Dude, Adam and I think his name's Norman. They're incredibly confident and like
All right. Yes, I
they
have
don't
it
stutter.
in front of me.
They're really good.
Ms. Mushkin, can you please advise what the customer shall pay the dealer for the vehicle in question?
Yes, the customer shall pay $1,150,000 before taxes and 3,450 G&E.
Fantastic. And for the court's convenience, can you please advise what G&E is?
G&E is a cryptocurrency.
And what is the, is there any certain value to G&E in the eyes of the tuner shop?
They brought it to the
We put it
courtroom.
at a base value just for convenience sake in these transactions, but as all cryptocurrencies, it could value heavily depending on the day.
Are you aware what
We were going to
the
leave it
assumed
out.
value was at
Says
the time
in the
of sale?
contract.
Yes, we-
Objection.
What is the objection?
Objection relevance. It is written in addendum A and B that G&E is valued at $50 if the vehicle in question will be sold to the dealer, or if there are any monetary punitive damages claimed.
Yeah, I'd like to hear what the relevance of the quote unquote assumed value is.
With regards to the assumed value of the vehicle, Your Honor, we are here and the plaintiff is attempting to recoup the value of the vehicle as stated in the contract. I'm just looking to establish for the courts what the true value of the vehicle is with regards to the claim presented before the court today.
If I may, Your Honor.
Pause. Yeah, you may. Go ahead, Hayes.
That's not relevant at all. We established a baseline for the monetary punitive damages with G&E at $50. The vehicle is worth what the market wants to pay. It doesn't matter if it's part G&E or part LME or whatever kind of cryptocurrency it is.
I will withdraw the question, Your Honor.
All right.
Thanks for all the subs, guys.
Okay.
Lots of
Moving
love.
along to the right of first refusal, Ms. Mushkin. Does the contract explicitly state who needs to be contacted with regards to the right of first refusal?
The contract establishes an agreement between the dealer and the customer, so they are instructed to contact the dealer.
By definition, at the top of the contract, who is the dealer?
Six-star tuner
Dealer
shop.
would be the Six Star Tuner Shop.
Understood. Does the contract explicitly state the method in which the six-star tuner shop needs to be contacted?
Oh my
I have
god.
to look through the contracts more thoroughly to determine that.
Is he gonna get her to look through the contract? That's savage.
Can allow you a moment to look through and obtain that answer.
Oh shit, you know, it might take a while. It's a very big contract. So.
That's
Well, I am
just
speaking specifically with
so
with regards to the right of
fucking
first refusal, which is,
savage.
section 2.
poor fucking woman. She's gotta sit now and read
Oh, so
through
you're
the
expecting me to
contract.
read a specific part of the contract and tell you what it says.
I'm just speaking based on your understanding of the contract, Ms. Marskin.
With regards to what section?
Section 2, which states the right of first refusal.
So specifically, you want me to answer within the section if it states who they need to contact. Did you say yes? Right.
I said correct.
Okay. Yeah. Give me 1 second to read through it. All right?
Understood.
This guy is a fucking.
No, the contract only states they should contact the dealer, but it does not specify who is the dealer besides the 6-star tuner shop.
Understood. I will defer to my co-counsel if he has any further questions.
1 moment, Your Honor.
I don't need to read all of this.
I don't think I have any other questions. I just want to think for a sec.
God, he's silky smooth, man. If I lose this case, it's because I throw under pressure.
Should we ask her about the when she signed the contract? And
That can be on redirect. He didn't mention that during his questioning.
okay, all right, never mind. No further questions. Well, I feel like he's not really objecting.
Mr. Hayes, anything for Miss Mushkin?
Scope or anything.
1 minute, please.
Like, I feel like some of your questions were scope.
No,
but,
Your Honor.
You weren't saying shit, so I felt like we can get away with it.
All right, Ms. Mushkin, you can step down. Thank you kindly for your testimony. Adams and Nielsen, is she being marked for recall or no?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Any other witnesses, Counselor Hayes?
We would like to call Harry Brown to the stand.
Mr. Brown?
Excuse me, Adam.
5 to 10. 5 to 10.
Mr. Brown, do you affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but it under the penalty of perjury? So help you, Mitch.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Hayes, your witness.
Mr. Brown, hope you're doing good. When you bought the R32, who was the salesperson?
Objection leading.
I'm not quite sure what's leading.
All right. So, Nielsen, for the sake of everyone's interest in having this proceed in a reasonable time frame, I am not going to force Mr. Hayes to ask Mr. Brown if he purchased a car, if he purchased it from
Understood,
the
Your
tuner
Honor.
shop. Was that car an R32? Was it white? You get the drift. Also, take your hat off. Thank you, Nielsen. Proceed, Hayes.
Please answer the following questions with yes or no. Were you instructed on how the sale and the right of first refusal agreement is written?
Sorry, could you ask me that question again, please?
Please answer with yes or no. Were you instructed on how the sale and the right of first refusal agreement is written?
I don't understand the question.
Okay.
Pause. Mr. Brown, so first off, I want to backtrack because I don't know if Mr. Brown ever answered the first question, which I overruled the objection on. So, Mr. Brown, the first question posed to you was, who was the salesperson that sold you the R32?
That would be Mary Mushkin.
I can rephrase the question.
Okay. Well, let me just see if I can speed this up just for the sake of the court's time. Everyone else is here. Mr. Brown, Mr. Hayes is asking if you have an understanding of the contract and did that understanding arise during the sale process?
I have an understanding of the contract after reading it, so yes.
Okay.
I also wanted to ask if somebody read through the contract with him, as it is standard custom. So
No.
Proceed.
No, not the entirety of the contract, no.
Noted. To the best of your knowledge, do you believe the tuner shop intended to sell you a vehicle?
Yes.
Did you intend to buy an R32 from the tuner shop?
Yes, sir.
Did you receive an R32 from the tuner shop?
Yes, sir.
Did you pay for said vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Now, this is not a yes or no question. How many different cars have you owned in the past 10 months?
Objection, relevance.
If I may.
Rebuttal.
The message that he sent to Eddie Marshall only included car and did not specify if it was an R32 or any other cars that he has in his possession.
Final rebuttal, Your Honor.
Yeah, you may.
The plaintiff has not established that Mr. Brown purchased any other vehicle from the tuner shop other than the R32 in question. So asking a broad scoped question like what cars do you own lacks relevance or bearing in this case.
I can rephrase.
Well,
ask again after I asked if the R32 is the only car he ever bought from the tuner shop.
so okay, so the objection to the question is the relevance of Mr. Brown. How many different cars has he owned in the past 10 months? From my reading of the exhibit in question, I believe there are subjective arguments being made on both sides regarding what that text message is supposed to constitute and what it means. But on a strict textual reading, I believe that I am to consider the argument on the plaintiff's side that the text message could reflect the interest in selling any car. So, in order to establish what cars we're talking about within that argument, I will hear the answer to this question for that limited purpose. Once again, defense counsel, I am noting
Well,
your
thank you for the gifties. Thank you so
generalized,
much.
position on the matter.
Understood, Your Honor.
Mr. Brown, you can answer the question is how many different cars have you owned in the past 10 months?
Off the top of my head, just the one that I purchased from the tuner shop, Your Honor. So one.
Your Honor, as in evidence, the plaintiff, let me check.
Your Honor, I would like to say that Harry Brown is quite cooked, and I think he just didn't really understand the question, and he kind of assumed it was
Mr.
asking
Brown,
somebody from the tuner shop.
I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt here.
Okay.
We're not only talking about tuner cars.
And
how many vehicles have you purchased in the last 10 months? Or
is this 10 months that okay? And I just want to clarify, did you say purchased or owned?
His question was owned.
Owned, okay, and from 10 months from today, yes? Back.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, 3.
Just give us a rough number.
3.
Yeah.
Were you in possession of a S-Bull at the time you sold the tuner car, the R32?
No.
Mr. Brown, do you want to reference the exhibit? Are you looking at it now?
No, I'm not looking at exhibit, Your Honor.
Okay. If you could please reference the exhibit on the docket, it'd be Plaintiff's E. Actually, I can just use the big screen. Hold on. It's a little too hard to read out there. Go ahead and reference the Plaintiff's E if you could.
Okay, hold
on the
on.
docket posting.
Fuck.
I also emailed it to you, the most recent thing.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm looking at the evidence.
All right. So the plaintiff have submitted what they claim is an accounting of your public MDW profile as of the 10th of November.
Okay.
So the question posed to you was, did you own an ASBO at the time of selling your R32?
No.
Okay.
I got that afterwards.
Your Honor, objection to that. The witness is being hostile with purging himself on the stand.
Okay.
No, go ahead. Your
All
Honor.
right. Sidebar. Come up here.
Oh god. The thing is, like, I'm not trying to lie on purpose.
Actually, we need to step over here. Come over here with me.
Dude, I was not prepared for any of this, man. Do you know how many
All
fucking,
right,
like,
so
I got given a Sanchez from Eve, a fucking Asbo from Leslie.
what's going on here, fellas?
I don't fucking know. Dude, off the top of my head, I swear Leslie gave me the
It's a
Asbo.
sedan, but what's going on here?
You're yelling, Crane.
I swear he gave me the Asbo after I sold the R32. It also doesn't matter anyway. As soon as my the point he's trying to make, it can be there's probably been no history of the tuner shop buying a car that was sold by PDM. It's completely irrelevant.
I'm scared. I stop.
I know the scope this guy's trying to take with it, but it's not going to do anything. Like, I think I'm gonna have to start answering. Like, I'm just gonna have to start saying, like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to literally just say, like, I don't know, because off the top of my head, man, I don't know a lot of this shit. It's so quiet in here. We're just gonna have to leave it in the emote only mode, because I see, like, I can literally see people in chat, and the thing is, it's terrifying because the people they're doing it are like long time subs trying to backseat way too hard. So just leave it in leave it in emote only, man. I think this is gonna be a very long case because it's gonna take a long time. The thing is, did you hear, guys? Did you hear their demands of? They want the car back. But the thing is, if they got the car back, do I get my money back? Like, if okay, listen, if we lose this case, I'm doomed because they and JJ's fucked as well. Because they'll get the car back, and then I'll be out of pocket big time. It's gonna be a disaster. It's gonna be absolutely cooked. So it's gonna be interesting. Yo, L, thank you for another 10 gifties. Thank you for the oil. Thank you so much. And guys, thank you for all the subs today. I had to mute alerts. Just stop the text-to-speech.
All right, Mr. Brown.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, the attorneys and myself have discussed the matter. I am not going to proceed with some kind of extrajudicial examination of requiring you to produce, your vehicle registration records via your phone or anything. However, Mr. Hayes is going to ask you a few questions related to the ASBO and the dates of the R32. Go ahead, Mr. Hayes.
At what date and what time did you purchase the ASBO?
I didn't purchase the ASBO. It was given to me by a gift. And in terms of the times and the dates, if I'm going to be honest on the stand, I don't know. Off the top of my head, I'm unsure. We'd have to go through documents to get the exact times and dates because I don't want to be accused of lying.
Okay, would you like to show those documents to the court?
Sure, if we can get access to those, I think I'd probably need a... Well, I'm not sure, actually.
I can hand him the phone, Your Honor.
Well, would you please share the registration of said vehicle with Judge Crane?
Yeah, Mr. Brown, I'm going to approach you and hand you a phone.
Okay, thank you.
So allow you to refresh your memory.
Okay, so I put up the ASBO and I've got the ownership history. Is this the information?
Yes, when it became under your possession.
Give me 1 second. Guys, I can't copy paste it. I can't copy and paste it. Oh. The 9th of November, 2021.
All right. Thank you, sir. If you could return the phone kindly. So I'm going to go ahead, Mr. Brown, and give you the benefit of the doubt that your previous answer about buying it after the sale of the R32 was a misremembrance.
Yeah, apologies. Your Honor.
Understood. All right, proceed, Mr. Hayes.
Okay, just to finish the questioning, when did you sell the R32? If you need help, it is evidence the defendant C, I believe. Let me double check.
The defendant's B.
Thank you.
Is this, just to clarify, when I sold this to... When I sold it...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The 10th of November, 2021.
Okay, thank you. That's all.
All right. Any questions, Adams or Nielsen?
One moment, Your Honor.
Understood.
Your Honor, we have no questions for Mr. Brown at this time. We will raise our questions with him during direct.
Understood. Mr. Brown, you're free to step down. You are being called by your own counsel. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir, kindly for your testimony. Mr. Hayes, any further witnesses?
No, Your Honor, but we have a couple of things that we would like to bring to your attention.
Yeah,
Understood. Proceed.
Wait,
First
is the
off,
journey
I'd
a
like to
van?
direct you to part 2 of the agreement, right of first refusal, point 2 and point 3. It does not state that if the customer does not receive an answer, he or she is able to do with the car as he or she pleases. But it does state that A, the customer needs to notify, the dealer needs to notify the customer and vice versa. And
object to
to the fact
No,
that
he's
the
just reading the
customer
contract, that's
wants
fine.
to sell,
Well,
lease, or
he's giving his
otherwise
interpretation of
transfer
it.
possession of the vehicle.
Yeah, but tear it apart
Also
then.
like to
Just
point
correct.
out the point number 3, terms and condition. Point 1,
Harry, what
severability
kind of
clause,
vehicle
and
is a
point
journey?
5,
It's a
waiver of
camper. It's like a big
contractual
homeless
rights.
van.
Oh,
And
I mean,
as
he
a
only-
last
he only had one
point,
car.
we would like to bring to attention the validity of the agreement without a signature from the dealer. That we demonstrated
What?
that the agreement includes an offer acceptance. The vehicle sold is legal by any means, and there was a monetary exchange as consideration. Furthermore, the terms of the agreement are possible to fulfill, and no facts were falsely represented. When it comes to the agreement to be voidable, no party
I mean,
was
I really feel
was
like
coerced
we should
or
object to
threatened
this
into
because
the
this
agreement.
feels like
reading.
a closing
No party
argument.
was under the influence. The discussed breach of contract is regulated in the agreement itself, and that's why we're here.
Understood. So noted. Defendant, are you ready?
I
Go
should've-
ahead.
One more, just the evidence submitted, the text message from the defendant to Eddie Marshall. Again, it does not clearly state that he wants to sell a vehicle, and it does not specify what kind of vehicle we're talking about. That's all. Thank you, Your Honor.
Understood.
I shouldn't have listened to you. I should have
Okay,
objected.
Defendant, your counsel, you're ready to proceed with your witnesses and your case.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
All
start
right.
with, go ahead and start with,
We can have a brief intermission if you'd like to.
Yeah, we'd like a brief intermission, Your Honor.
All right, we will reconvene at 5 minutes after the hour.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Thank you, Your Honor.
the only vehicles he had were all like trucks and vans and shit, or like a bike. The only car he had was his R32 at the time.
Clown.
There was, yeah.
No.
So you want to try and argue the definition of a car?
I mean, if you are offering the owner of the tuner shop to buy a vehicle, and the only car you have when you send the text is a fucking car from the tuner shop,
Okay,
I think it's
no, but
pretty
wouldn't it be
clear.
better to attack it from the angle that these guys only buy
Excuse me.
Well, yeah, that's what I
cars
mean.
from the
Like,
tuner
Hey,
shop?
we're
They're not
back.
going to be buying
Excuse me,
cars
excuse me,
like from PDM. Isn't it better to go
that's
down
what
the
I mean.
angle?
Like, the only things you had are pieces of shit that
Hey,
you
what's
would
happening?
never offer to the
Hey,
tuner
what's
shop.
up, Mickey?
Nah, Mike's just looking like Tony today, you know, trying to do his voice and
What do you
stuff.
think, Norman?
Yeah, I generally agree.
Yeah, dude, I hired this fucking.
Wait, did you say you
I-
disagree?
Dude, I don't fucking know.
No, I agree
have
with
no
you.
fucking
I agree
idea.
with what you
Bro, like, I hired some guy to fucking
Why-
do this makeup to make me look
why
like
would-
Let's
Tony.
go in the corner. I can't
Mr.
hear.
Brown,
Yeah.
yeah, let's go over here.
Pretty fine.
Isn't it like, I don't know, isn't it better to... Are we allowed to go down the line of questioning like... I wonder if there's any
I think I'm gonna
purchase
ask,
history
like-
of them buying cars from that were sold originally
Well,
from PDM.
Yeah, I think what we're gonna do is ask, like, to your knowledge, are there any vehicles that you owned when you sent that text message to Eddie Marshall that they tuner shop might be interested in buying? and then, or well, aside from the R32.
I mean, what do you think, Norman? I see what they're getting at here, and it's fair.
I see what they're getting at because they're saying that the word car is ambiguous and could have meant anything that you owned, right? I do think we do have the ability to redirect or recall both Mr. Marshall and Miss Mushkin. We can ask them both in their professional experience whether they have purchased any vehicles
I don't.
while operating as the tuner shop.
I don't
that
know if
are
I want
not.
to ask that because I feel like they're gonna lie because they already lied about what she said to Harry.
Yeah, but can't we like I had to pull up a phone and prove it. Can't we request like can we not request, you know, to look at their purchase history of cars?
I mean, it's worth a shot, right?
Yeah, no, yeah, actually, we can ask that and then be like, would you be willing to, as Harry did, show the documentation behind the purchase of this vehicle?
Now, with regards to how prosecution has gone, I want to pivot hard and to the left with regards to how we attack this. This is now no longer a good faith you were giving into an enthusiast case. This is fuck them. They didn't sign the contract, and the agreement was binding at the time, despite what Jimmy is saying.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to agree.
We do
Adam.
that, but I think we still
We'll do
good
both.
faith.
Do both. Do both. We should have time for both.
More-
We should.
Keep it up, guys. Keep it up. This
more
is good. This is good. Keep it up.
More emphasis on they fucked up and didn't sign the contract properly part.
I mean, the thing is, guys, we do both. If it takes all night, it's gonna take all night. Because if I lose this, I'm fucked, guys. I don't know if you heard. Well, they want the fucking car back, and they want to charge me money. This can take as long as it needs to take. All right.
Yes. Take
And-
as long as it needs to take.
And what you need me to say again?
And not only
You
that,
just need to
guys.
say what happened that you didn't hear.
Oh.
Neither.
You just need to talk about what you witnessed and what
Okay,
they
that's fine.
didn't
I mean,
say
you-
to Harry while he was buying the vehicle.
Yeah, you
All
said
right.
you didn't hear it. That's all we're gonna ask you about.
Okay.
They're going. Oh, to be honest, I fucked up.
I don't.
Adam,
I don't.
I didn't specify in the text about the R32. If I lose
Yeah,
this, it's
no,
my own fault.
No. You should be good because there is nothing else that you would have reasonably believed the tuner shop would purchase.
Guys, we're gonna have to
Right.
pick apart the contract because that guy their lawyer was also lying just then, right? Can we pick apart the contract again?
I mean, yeah, we're going to.
That's what I plan on doing.
It doesn't say anywhere about Fuck. I think I'm fucked.
You're not fucked.
It's gonna be fine, Aaron. Don't worry.
Yeah, you'll be good.
It'll be good. We'll all be good.
Yeah. Harry,
Yep.
do you legitimately believe you've owned 3 vehicles?
It's actually 4. I got given a Sanchez and I got given an Asbo.
Do you know
Like-
you own flatbeds?
I think I have 2.
Yeah, I think Harry
Alright.
legitimately didn't know he owned some vehicles.
He did.
Okay. All right, Adam, get your shit together. With
right.
regards to what you want to ask Harry.
Yeah.
I'll call Mary first. I'll pick her apart on the contract a little bit more.
All right.
And
Wait, you
we'll,
want to call Mary first?
I'll go Mary first. Yeah.
Okay.
It's Corinne, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, is
okay.
he? All right.
Guys, I didn't mean to lie, but I'm gonna have to start saying I'm not
No.
sure if I really don't know because I'm
Well,
not getting fucked
I
again.
mean, if you don't know, say you don't know because
Yeah.
This is how you
well,
contract.
let's be real, you're incredibly cooked, and you did not mean to say incorrect things, but you just did.
Well, the things that they're asking things like, I don't know how many fucking vehicles I own, to be honest.
Cut the attitude.
That might sound crazy to some people, but I don't.
Damn, Penny.
Yeah. I mean, I got you.
Half these vehicles get given to me, man. Half of them I won't use for like 6 months.
Yeah.
The people who sat down, their feet stick out.
Yeah. Oh God. I touched your butt. I'm
So
sorry, man. It
I'll
was an
recall Mary.
accident, okay?
I'll
Okay,
ask
yeah,
her
Mary
about the
first.
signature in explicit and painful detail.
Yeah.
I will ask her if she has ever exercised the right of first refusal on a non-tuner shop car. And if the tuner shop, to her knowledge, has ever purchased a non-tuner shop vehicle.
Nice. And we've got the evidence of when she signed it, correct, Adam? I did send you that.
That is
Yes.
an evidence.
Okay, thank God. They didn't reject that.
No.
No, it was allowed to fly in, and that's why he was so adamant about talking about it in his at the end of their testimony there. He
Yeah.
tried to give a bunch of reasons that the contract is technically still binding that are bullshit.
The thing is, like, they do have something to stand on, because I see what they said, like, they're pulling anything out of their ass now.
Yeah, but to be fair, so are we, right?
Right, but if you think...
That's what court is.
Right, yeah, fair enough, but listen, pal, I'm being made out to done something wrong here. I just sold a fucking car that I purchased with my own fucking money. It's not like these guys are gone without. They still got my fucking filthy money in their bank account. I don't know why I'm being made out to... it's bullshit. It's not like they've lost anything here. What have they lost? They've got my fucking money. And I don't know how these dumb fucks also brought up Genie in a court case.
Well, we brought it up because we had to, because...
No, you didn't.
Well, no,
you
Jim
didn't bring
Jim
it up.
Hayes said it first, and I redirected just to get her to
Oh,
expand.
no, you're right, actually.
They brought it up, man. They brought Genie to the goddamn courthouse. We were gonna leave it out.
Well, we were gonna leave out JJ specifically giving you Genie.
Oh, because he did.
You know, they can run on it all they want. Honestly, you know, I'm kind of glad that they are. Eric Kratos wants to speak.
Hey, what's up, Kratos?
Okay,
I wish to inform you this. I believe that they may have caught a lie that is blatantly obvious in the back here. You must be careful.
What do you mean, Kratos?
Okay.
I say what I mean. I believe that some people may have